College sports represent an $11 billion enterprise. Everyone in this room knows what it is like to work for something. Now imagine not being compensated for your hard work. The NCAA shall allow college athletes to profit from their sport in a variety of ways. First, I'm going to talk about why college athletes deserve to be paid, and second, I will talk about the ways in which we can compensate them. First, let's take a look at how we can pay why college athletes deserve to be paid. College sports are an extremely popular event in America. TV networks pay millions of dollars every year for media rights to cover different sports. One year, CBS paid $800 million to cover the Final Four alone. Justin Cook, who has a master's in sports and fitness administration and management from Liberty University, stated in a senior thesis for Liberty University published in 2018 that millions of people watch sports on TV or in person every year. These college athletes work extremely hard. Mark Edelman, a tenured professor of law at the Zicklin School of Business, Baruch College, City University of New York, stated in a Louisiana Law Review article published in 2018 that these athletes must not only train hard, but they also must maintain good grades. Christian J. Santesteban, founder and CEO of Red Peak Economics Consulting, stated in an antitrust bulletin published in 2017 that these college athletes train as hard as professionals, yet they still must find the time and day to study. College athletes don't have enough time in the day to do everything they need to do, including having a social life. Because of their very rigorous schedule, these athletes are not able to work. And since college scholarships only cover the cost of attending school, these athletes then have no money for anything else, especially since they can't work. Dalton Thacker, an attorney at Eisenhower Carlson PLLC, who attended Seattle University School of Law, stated in an article for the Seattle Journal for Social Justice, published in 2017, that a quote from Shabazz Napier said, "There are some nights where I go hungry, but I still must play up to my capabilities." These college athletes deserve to profit from their publicity. Richard Borghese, a professor at the University of South Florida, stated in a paper for Applied Economics published in 2017 that in 2009, Ed O'Bannon filed a lawsuit against the NCAA on behalf of Division I college football and basketball players, stating that they should be allowed to profit from their name, image, and likeness. It is not fair for these college athletes to bring in their schools millions of dollars without them receiving any of it in return, especially when these athletes themselves are what drives this business. Mike Stocks, an assistant professor at the University of North Alabama, stated in a scholarly repository for University of North Alabama, published in 2019, that the schools sell merchandise that might have things such as their name on the back. Now that we know why college athletes deserve to be paid, let's take a look at how we can go about paying them. Mark Edelman, a tenured professor of law at the Zicklin School of Business, Baruch College, City University of New York, stated in a Boston College Law Review article published in 2017 that we can pay athletes through a market economy compensation model. This model takes the revenues generated by each team and player on and off the field and divvies it out from there. This means that the better a team plays, the more money they will have to pay their players, and also the better an individual athlete plays, they will be able to make more money. This is very similar to how professional teams pay their players, where the players are mainly based off of performance. And also, new athletes entering college there's a ranking for them based on how high of a recruit they are, how much money they can get entering the NCAA. First, I talked about why college athletes deserve to be paid, and second, I talked about the ways in which we can go about paying them. The NCAA shall allow college athletes to profit from their sport in a variety of ways. There have been many court cases arguing on the topic of college athlete compensation, and with college sports being an $11 billion enterprise, there were sure to be more, and we implement my solution, someday these college athletes could possibly make a profit.
5